Hi everybody, it's Dave Neufeld back again for the Best Buy Canada blog, and today I'll be bringing you another gaming headset review. So today what I'm taking a look at is the Razer Blackshark V2 X wired esports gaming headset. And Razer is very clear that they're marketing this particular headset as geared toward specifically esports enthusiasts. So it has a lot of features that might be of particular interest to those who perhaps are gaming in the esports arena. But let's take a closer look at the headset itself. So as you can see, here's the headset. It's a wired analog auxiliary wired headset. Now this headset is capable of 7.1 surround sound, but it's important to note that that capability is only for PC. So otherwise, one of the great features about this headset is because it's wired and analog, it works with just about every gaming device or platform, you know, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, mobile, Mac, Windows PC. This headset should work for all of them, which is great if you're looking for a versatile solution where you can invest in one headset and use it across all your gaming platforms. But the caveat being that it only performs 7.1 surround sound on PC. And I think that's kind of a big deal if you are particularly looking in the realm of esports, because 7.1 surround sound can be kind of important. I mean, when you don't have those extra channels of surround sound, when it's just kind of two-channel stereo sound, you can really only hear left and right. And one of the places where I notice this in particular is maybe when I'm playing DC Universe Online. There's one aspect of the game where I'm collecting these crafting nodes that kind of give off a tone to give you a little hint to lead you to where they are. But when there isn't a surround sound component, I can really, when I'm close by to a collection node, only hear if it's to the left or to the right. Whereas with spatial 3D sound or, you know, more 7.1 surround sound channels, you can kind of hear whether it's, you know, above or below or how far to the side, that sort of thing. So I did notice that when I was testing them with these games on console, that there isn't quite as much spatial awareness when you only have regular stereo sound. So something to consider if you are looking at these as an esport option but are playing more esports on console. But anyway, outside of that, the sound is definitely fantastic. This headset has really good range of high, mid, and low tones. Whether you're playing on PC or console, I found, you know, it had deep booming bass explosions and really still crisp, clear kind of treble sounds. One game I did test them out on, specifically on console, was a private demo I have of the upcoming Kingdom Hearts rhythm game. So obviously that's a game that's really focused on music and that kind of audio, and when I was playing that game, it definitely shone through really well. The music and the soundtrack sounded really good on this headset. So in that regard, I would say that they're definitely a really good choice if you're looking for a multi-platform headset that can deliver, you know, fairly good sound for the mid-range price that these come in. As for the overall design and comfort, I mean, they're definitely very comfortable. They've got the soft ear pads and the soft headband that gives you a lot of comfort over time, and they aren't too heavy, so they're good for longer play sessions. But I'm not entirely crazy about the aesthetics of this headset. As you can see, they're pretty straightforward, pretty plain. But here, these are the size adjustments, and you can see it's just kind of this thin metal wire, and to me it almost looks like just a clothes hanger wire, you know. So maybe it's just not quite as fancy as other headsets, but it's easy to adjust and it stays in place really well. The same with the microphone as well. It is really easy to move, but when you do move it, it does stay in place quite nicely. The volume knob as well I find it kind of big, like compared to other headsets, it just seems to stick out really far. But it's easy to find and easy to turn, so I guess in that respect, I would say these headsets kind of favor function over form, whereas maybe they aren't the most aesthetically kind of, you know, geared toward really looking hip and cool and futuristic, but on the other side of the coin, it works really well, and they feel really sturdy, and it's easy to find that big volume knob when you're looking for it when you're trying to game. So maybe there's something to be said again of the factor of function over form, where you know the volume knob sticks out. It's kind of not as aesthetically pleasing, but on the other hand, it's easy to find, which is, you know, almost more useful than something that looks more appealing, is something that works well, really well, and really easy. The wire itself, though, I'm not a huge fan of, just because it is this really thick rubber and it's not very flexible, and I find when I plug it into my, you know, gamepad, it kind of bunches up and that sort of thing. And again, you know, it's not like you expect with a mid-range headset like this to have a really expensive, fancy, you know, braided cord or something like that. But this really, to me, is the low end of kind of rubber wiring that is not as appealing as maybe something that was a little bit more flexible. But you know, it is what it is, and again, it works really well, and it's obviously very durable. So overall, I would say from a visual and functional standpoint, this headset isn't the most aesthetically appealing headset that I've ever seen, but it's definitely a sturdy and a functional one. So if you favor that, then you might even see that as a positive. And just a few other features that I haven't covered of the headset yet. The mic, again, it works really well. It's got noise canceling features that are meant to pick up your voice really well, while hopefully blocking out maybe outside noises, so that your team on chat can hear you a bit easier. Again, I tested them while I was playing, personally, while I was playing my MMO, DC Universe Online, and I definitely had no problems communicating with my guild and my group while I was running raids and things like that. It also has passive noise canceling features, which work fairly well. I can definitely see that they will block out, you know, kind of the hum of a crowd, which is something that you'd look for in esports, you know, that kind of persistent background white noise that doesn't fluctuate or change really rapidly. And of course, the ear cups seal a little bit as well to help keep out some outside noise, so they work well in that regard. But since it is just passive, not active noise canceling, it's not going to perform as much on, say, louder or spontaneous noises. It's not going to cancel those out so much, but it definitely works well enough with passive noise canceling to kind of block out some of the outside noise and distractions, which again is something that might be of particular interest, especially to someone who's competing in esports or some kind of competitive focus, where they really need to keep their focus on the game and not be distracted by the world around them. But anyway, that's pretty much my overall impressions of this headset. I think it's a really good option, in particular for someone looking for a mid-range headset that will work on just about every platform that you have and deliver really nice range of low, mid, and high sounds. For esports, definitely on the PC side, I can see it being a great option. The lack of 7.1 surround sound on anything but PC, though, might make me think twice about whether this was a great option if you were specifically looking for something to be competitive in esports on consoles. But on PC, definitely they're a great option in their kind of price range. And again, overall, just for a nice solution for multiple platforms, if what you're really just looking for is a nice solidly built headset that will deliver, you know, decent sound. But anyway, that's all I have for you today, but be sure to stay tuned to the Best Buy Canada blog for all the latest in gaming and technology. Till next time.